Hi, and welcome back for a game of Dopamine versus Overheat. We apologize for the wait with the recent update to Echo VR for the crossplay update with Quest users and normal Rift users. It broke more than a few things on our side. Thanks for sticking around with us. We'll tell the teams to go. They should be going. Alright, yep, we are seeing them ready up. I need a feed duel. But right now we do have Dopamine versus Overheat, two solid teams been playing for a while. Unfortunately, Overheat was not able to play.
Hey, Bomb,
But they are back for stage 1 and on. It's the last week of this stage. And after that, we'll have stage 3 finals.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. And after that, we will deal with us. In any case, we are, again, waiting for the teams to ready up, so I will ping them both to ready, I guess. Who has joined? Juck?
Yeah.
You ready? Tell the teams to go. Yep, we're live. Alright, so both teams have been told to ready up. Doctor's here making sure everything is good to go. And hopefully we will see a good game between these two teams. Right now we're starting off with Dyson. It's been kind of awful, unfortunately, waiting for so long for both wanting to watch and the teams. They are almost certainly itching and getting ready to play.
Let's roll.
And my speed is 3 FPS.
Start it.
Blue squad, ready.
It's fine. I'll survive. That indeed has fixed it. In any case, we're going to see the first round on Dyson open up in just a few seconds, and we'll see these two teams begin their brawl for control of the center point. The overlays are incorrect, and thanks Flamingo for subscribing for a second one. You have Bombix and Nova Luna when that is not the teams we're playing with that are playing. Right now we're seeing a double stack of on Overheat side, just sitting on the point where we're seeing we're seeing Bomb press a whole lot of W, and he's gonna get dropped by Porch. Number 1 Charizard will go down. Heavy will follow quickly, and there's only one member left alive. It looks like it's Grim far out. Fortunately, Duel is fiddling with things. He's almost done, as we can see the overlay.
Point unlocking in.
Ready?
5.
But it looks like
4,
Dopamine will take initial control over this
2,
point.
1.
On Overheat side, we are not seeing Senbug. Apparently, she had a technical issue with her, she's been forced to RMA, and they are waiting for her to come back. So they are running new members, and they are pulling their weight. Grim and Heavy both going down, but Bomb getting a double on TDG and Rockets. Bomb getting triple on Porch Billy. Last one left, like on point. Like he's gonna capture himself. Big Hutch, the last one here. Looks like he's gonna try and go for the quad. Oh, and Bomb's super low. He may have pressed a bit too much W, but he will get the quad kill. And he will hold down the point for his team.
Point contested.
But unfortunately, Rocket will Noah snipe him and drop him like a bag of rocks. Overheat is still holding the point, and we're just seeing Dopamine try and contest. Right now, they do have good spawns, so it's okay for them just to try and sit here and wait it out. We are seeing Overheat possibly going to try and give it the point here, not really holding on to it a whole lot. We're seeing two members, yep, and we're going to see Overheat actually hand it off. And actually, as I say that, Grim is going to go back and contest once again, and now going to give it up for real. They're doing this to give up good spawn to the enemy. They want good spawn for themselves and bad spawn for the enemy, and we can actually see them getting fixed now. On TTG, Bomb goes down, but it's okay. He's got spawn advantage. Big Hutch goes down. Grim taking a double, and those two members that will come back much longer than Bomb. And again, we're just seeing Overheat continuing to contest, and Grim gets a triple on Porch Billy. And we're seeing, I believe, that is Rocket, last man standing, and Grim will take a quad kill for himself. He captures this point. We're gonna see TTG just kind of feeding up here by himself, gonna try and pop an steal and maybe get a pick, but he's gonna get whittled to pieces by those pulsars. He may go down, he may not get away, and it looks like he won't. And he won't get away. A great pick on Charizard's side. That is a massive spawn stagger right there. And we're seeing Dopamine play just really spread out. We see Big Hutch over here on bridge. Two members of going in the tunnels. And on junction, they're actually going to contest on point right now. We may see Overheat get the point again. Instead, Bomb will trade out with Porch, but we are going to see TTG feed back on point with good spawn and take control of the point, flipping it at 49% on Overheat's side. So we are seeing right now, looks like both teams are kind of skirmishing for better. And a pick, and Grim gets a pick on Hutch. So that is a great pick on Overheat's side. Grim going out by himself, 1v1ing a Comet and getting the kill that his team needs. We are going to see a 2v3 take place in the point against two Novas. We're not really seeing Dopamine focus their fire at all. They're just kind of getting into a bunch of 1v1s right there. Rocket will go down, 1v1ing with Bomb. Porch does get Grim, so that is a pick they need. And we're seeing Porch Billy super low on Ob. Unfortunately, he's not able to save his teammate. Bomb gets one kill. It looks like Heavy will be forced off. Tries to get a little bit too close for him. Comfort backs off. Two members of Dopamine again pushing back in. We're trying to 2v1 Bomb. And he gets a double kill on Porch. And Charizard drops Big Hutch. Two more members of Dopamine feeding in with good spawn on their side. They can keep doing this as long as they don't die super fast or they die close together. Bomb goes down. A great pick on their side. Members are still alive but are low, so they do have some spawn advantage. A bad Det will not get too much damage off, and it still will get rid of any damage that was there. Another Det comes in and whittles him down low once more. All four members of Dopamine down the point. Big Hutch drops Grim, but floated in a little bit too much by himself. And we are going to see Dopamine starting to rack up those points soon. They're going to be making breaking even with Overheat here. We actually are going to see Overheat starting to contest, and we're going to see Grim just kind of bounce between, not really sure if he, or Heavy I should say. Overheat is starting to go in now. He's starting to pull in the, crunching the numbers I guess. TTG goes down. Bomb gets a 1 on Rocket. Big Hutch drops Bomb, 2 on 3. Pulsar versus Comet, I believe. We're seeing Grim just kind of doing his little dance J's floating thing. And Porch goes down, floating, letting go, and Grim drops him like a bag of rocks. Big Hutch, last man standing, is just floating around with that Comet, just trying to get some damage, and we are seeing a feed in possibly from TTG up above. Rocket is back in now. 3 members of Dopamine are here, and the 4th one is spawning, coming back in pretty quickly. We are going to see. Oh, and Porch goes down with a great shot by Heavy, and that's a great pick that Overheat does need right now. They can. Dopamine does still have time, and we are going to see them still alive. And this feels back, but they are going to go down. Heavy gets 1, gets 2. Charizard goes down, gets 1 on Big Hutch, so 1 on 2 right now. We're seeing Grim just sit over there. Deadier's coming out from all sides. And we're seeing feedback in from Porch, coming back in to try and save his friend's life. TTG sitting on point. It looks like Overheat will give it the point. Not really going to contest, but they will contest. Porch Billy will flub a Det. It looks like he's just going to try and just leave it. Bomb is going in, 1-on-1 right now. Go 1 on 3 and he'll go down. Puts a little bit too much W there by himself, and we are just seeing we can get a better view up higher. And there we go. 3 members of Dopamine just sitting on point right now, and they are going to flip the point in their favor. Overheat deciding it's really not worth the trouble, and they can get better spawn just by giving up a few percentage points. They are solidly in the lead. And we are going to see Overheat Dopamine continuing to rack up those points. Breaking 70% now. Overheat is giving him a bit too much time here, trying to work on getting a pick. And we're seeing Porch, TTG just dancing a little bit too much, and he'll go down to Grim. We're going to see Bomb get another pick on Porch Billy. Saminsky heals Rocket really low, so is Bomb. Oh, and Big Hutch goes down to Charizard. Rocket, the last man standing here, will go down. Bomb taking a double for himself and his team. Dopamine still has some time to get in. I think if they are quick, this one surviving member has to get in as fast as he can, and he will get in, just contesting right now. Dropping insta as soon as he gets in, just trying to contest, and unfortunately it is not enough, and TTG will go down.
Good round, boys.
Blue squad victory.
Round going 75 to 100 in favor of Overheat. A pitch battle on both sides, with the stats and the eliminations, which don't mean everything, are going solidly in the favor of Overheat. Dopamine really lacking on the kills here, but with 75%, it's really clear that they simply took space in the point, and Overheat just let them have it for quite a long time. In any case, we are going to see the next round open. If Overheat takes this round, they will take this map and go on for 1-0 in their favor for this series match. But Overheat still has tons of time. Or sorry, I get those two teams confused. Dopamine still has tons of time to turn this around. The last round was very close on both sides, so it's not out. All's not lost yet. We're seeing Overheat kind of just take a slow position in. It's really clearly got some kind of strategy here, moving in with a concise purpose here. And we are seeing them actually, as I said, that spread all of them out. They will get a pick on Big Hutch, and the last 3 surviving members of Dopamine are on point right here. We're seeing them press a little bit W, and they'll get 1 on Charizard. Grim grabs Rocket, so maybe that wasn't the best idea. Right now, these fights do not really matter a whole lot, as the point is not really quite unlocked. It is unlocking now, so picks may start to matter at this point. Porch goes down with Heavy taking the kill. 3 members of Overheat now on
point captured.
And we are seeing the 4th one come back from spawn. Charizard feeding back in. Overheat is pretty low though, popping those heals and having to try and stay alive. Dopamine is once again split up a ton, trying to get some weird flanks in, or maybe just not playing together. But Overheat, or sorry, Dopamine will take one. Rocket getting a kill on Heavy. Another kill they do need. Big Hutch goes down, Bomb goes down. Picks Dopamine needs, and they will flip this point at 70%. As I said, Grim comes at the last second, contesting the point, and he'll feed in and get dropped. Rocket taking a triple, and finally flipping this point, giving only 17% over to Overheat. Yeah, Sembug is not here, Ash. Sembug is having technical issues with a headset. Apparently she's having audio issues, and she is getting her headset RMA'd, which is why Overheat has picked up two new members, Charizard and Eos. Grim will drop Big Hutch. 3 on 4, not in the favor of Dopamine, which is really important. Oh, the Bomb goes down 3 on 3. Grim's super low, trying to feed, and he'll go down. Porch finishing him up with a death. We're gonna see Heavy try and get in too close, and we see maybe Porch finish him off. Oh, and Charizard will drop him, finding him, and we're actually going to see another looks like Big Hutch is coming back in. Oh, Bomb just going straight in, getting 1 kill, but TTG will finish him off. Overheat, Heavy is super low, and he will finally get away. It looks like Charizard just barely keeping him alive, and we do have a party drop on one side. Doesn't look like we have anyone who stops playing, so it may have just been a technical issue with parties. And the play is continuing. Grim gets 2, 1 on Big Hutch and 1 on TTG, but Porch really refrags it out, and Bomb drops Porch for the last one. Rocket finally leading back in. Maybe not the best idea, but they are continuing to hold this point, and Bomb is forced to retreat with no heals. 50% now, going solid in the favor of Dopamine. Bomb finally going in, and they will trade out for each other. Not in the favor of Dopamine, but it looks like they make a good spawn, and they will. Dopamine does get good spawn, and we're going to see Big Hutch feed right back in, but quickly refragged by TTG. Dopamine's doing really well. It's just jumping on the point and really holding Overheat at bay. They have a really long-range comp, and they're having a really hard time pushing it on all those Novas. We are seeing a triple Nova let up for Dopamine, which is really good at playing aggressive. And unfortunately, Dopamine is doing really well at holding those close angles, staying together and focusing their fire. As we see right here, the Bomb got a little bit too much W by himself and will go down. Grim floating in the back. We are finally seeing Dopamine split up a little bit their fire, but unfortunately we're going to see Overheat forced back off 75% now. Overheat's not really been able to mount just a considerable offense, forced back every time by Dopamine's relentless defense with those Novas. Every time they try and get back in, a Nova comes out and just forces him to retreat. We see Heavy goes in all the time. Unfortunately gets dropped. Bomb will finally get a kill on Rocket, and we may see Dopamine or Overheat finally flip this point 84% in their favor. Big Hutch, the last man standing, will go down to Grim, taking a double, the first kill on TTG. Apparently Benji is a good player now. I haven't seen him in a long time. I haven't played with him forever. We are going to see Dopamine take their turn, boosting on the point, and Porch Billy goes down fast. Bomb getting a kill. Grim gets another one. 2 on 4. Bomb gets picked out though, which is a pick that Overheat does need, but they are going to get good spawn. A great split by Overheat, flipping the point back, giving bad spawn to the enemy and good spawn for themselves. Though Dopamine still has a ton of time to burn, breaking 80%. 86, and Overheat not even breaking 50 yet. We're going to see some contestation, and Grim will go down. A first great pick in this fight. We're going to see Bomb go super low. Izzy's left, right, and center, and Bob crapping his life away will get away. 90% now. Overheat is running out of time. Porch Billy goes down. We are going to see some Novas on point. Heavy feeds in, gets dropped. Right now, we're just seeing some lag come out from Bomb, who's trying to crab around, and he'll go down too. Rocket taking a double. Grim going in, and it looks like Grim and Toad are both going in. Grim gets 1 on Big Hutch, gets refragged by Rocket, taking a triple. We are seeing Overheat starting to come back in. If they want to win this round, they got to kill Charizard fast. And they get the kill. Unfortunately, Heavy has fed back in. We are seeing Bomb come back in once again, constantly feeding back in. The good spawn working in Overheat's favor, but it may not be enough. Bomb goes down at 199%. Unfortunately, Grim was not able to contest in time. Paying props not working in his favor, or just however this game handles last-minute contestations. Anyway, this round going 146% in favor of Dopamine. This next round, right now it's 1-1 on this map. This next round decides whoever wins this map. These teams really evenly matched, honestly. Apparently, he's actually been already offered position.
To capture the point.
In any case, we are going to see Dopamine once again take positions inside the point, which worked really well for them last time. They have an outer position here, but member may get picked. He's going to try and retreat Big Hutch. Going to try and get away. His teammates may come try and save him. However, there's no need, and he will get away. Unfortunately, being forced to use an insta before this fight. We're seeing 3 members of Overheat trying to get really aggressive here. The 4th one just kind of holding up from a distance. We're seeing Double Nova come out from Overheat. Oh wow, we're gonna see Bomb go down, Porchbully go down, Rocket go down, and Heavy goes down. 2-on-2 right now. We're seeing Big Hutch on the outside and TDG on the inside.
3, 2,
just dueling it out in a couple of one-on-ones. We are gonna see them just kind of float around, and it looks like TTG is just crabbing around. Neither team really can taking the point right now. Everyone feeding back in at the same time, so this is about to get really messy. 2-1-2 in the point, and Heavy gets a pick on Rocket. Charizard go down to Porchbully, flanked from the side, not really paying attention, doesn't get to see it, no calls from his team. And Porchbully presses W right into Bomb's Nova and gets shredded. Big Hutch does not see the Nova stack coming, and it looks like he'll go down, staggered out by Grim. And the initial control will go over to Overheat in this case, breaking 10% now. They do have a little bit of momentum on their side. We are going to see good spawn go to Dopamine. So they do have some time to make. They can make some work of this. TDG almost goes down, but it looks like he will survive. And Heavy drops himself with his own death. TDG pressing a ton of W and will get dropped, not without his teammates though. And we see Bomb will finally go down to Rocket. We are going to see Dopamine flip this point in their favor, giving over 31%. Looks like we're seeing Big Hutch just try and survive. Graham will a Charizard will draw a Big Hutch, a great first pick in their following team fights, and we are going to see TTG just try and feed away. It looks like a Charizard will drop him too. Popping off with those combo shots, getting tons of picks right now. We're just seeing 2 members of Dopamine left on the point, and they're gonna go down. We saw a really great position right there. All teams getting ready, and you just heard go in their comm somewhere, and they all just crunched on those last 2 members. And that will be the point flipping in their favor, giving only 28% over to Dopamine. Right now we're seeing the one surviving member forced back into a backpad spawn. Again, we're seeing Dopamine just kind of feed in all over the map, not really sticking together as a whole team. Just doing whatever. TTG is super low, forcing to pop insta-heals and coming around from flanks. We are going to see them get ready. It's like he's going to flank on his own without his team. And Detonators come in. Bomb and Heavy go super low. Heals being popped out, dropping 2 on top of themselves. A bit of panic heals. Those heals don't stack, and they're wasting them. And they will flip the point at 30%. Looks like Overheat may have given them the point right here, but it may not work out in their favor. Or as I said, that Porch does go down. Dopamine super low. Heavy gets 1 pick on TTG. Rocket goes down next. Because the last man standing will go down. Charizard getting another kill for himself. He's doing a lot of work with that comment. We are going to see Overheat now flip the point, breaking 70% soon here. And right there, we break 70%. Dopamine only on 32. They do have plenty of time to come in and try and hold this back. We've seen some 99 to 100s on Dyson before.
And
we are going to see Dopamine starting to flip in some bad debts. Isn't going to get any damage out on them, and we're going to see some debts. Grim going in on a one-on-one. Looks like Rocket is going to actually take that fight. Heavy going super low, and he'll get a pick on Rocket, but get refragged quickly with bad spawn on Overheat's side. Isn't good. We're going to hear Charizard Overheat. Bomb goes down. TDG taking a double for himself. Grim feeding back in, continuing to contest. They really need to give up the point, and he'll go Porchbully will drop him like a bag of rocks. 85% now on Overheat's side, flipping the point to Dopamine. And Charizard, now the last man standing, he's still left alive with a bad spawn on their side. His teammates will take a little bit of time to come back, but as you can see, they're starting to spawn right now. He's sitting up a top ring. We have Big Hutch up on off, and we're gonna see Overheat starting to contest. Porchbully and some deaths, so you're not gonna get any damage, and Bomb goes down fast. Swarmed by the triple stack of Novas on Dopamine's side, but looks like TTG may get flanked, and his teammates are there to save him. Heavy trades for both of them and himself with a dead, getting a double kill. Well, a triple kill depending on how you look at it, but they will Overheat is still unable to take the point. Dopamine's still holding at 69% right now. Grim starting to feed in a little bit. They were trying to contest, but it looks like they will back off instead. And we're going to see Bomb and Heavy both feed in. Some detonators coming out from Grim, and they'll drop them fast. And we're going to see Dopamine continuing to feed back in, which isn't good on their side. They have to give over this point for a better spawn if they want to have a chance of winning this. And they will go down. Bomb taking a triple for himself, starting with Rocket, then just chaining through TTG and Porchbully, and now we're going to see 90%. Dopamine is running out of time, 95. I don't believe they can get in time. And that will be our round and map. Right now it is 1-0 in the favor of Overheat. And not for any lack of trying on Dopamine's part. There's all 3 of these rounds super close. Both rounds on Overheat 1 going to 75% in favor of Dopamine. We need to see Dopamine just kind of tossing the point back between them a bit more. They contest needlessly in some cases. In any case, that is our first map of this match. It will not be our last one. We can have up to 3, depending on if Dopamine takes the next one. The next map is their pick. They get the next map pick. So while we are waiting for the next map,
That's a lot of damage.
it may take a bit longer than usual as we do have some technical issues with the new update. That is indeed a lot of damage. Bomb racking up 3,458 points of objective damage. Followed closely by Heavy. That's the next closest at 2606. In that case, we'll throw it over to our sponsors while we wait for the next map. Hi, and welcome back for our second map of this epic matchup between Dopamine and Overheat. It is not Bombex and Nova Luna, like we had in the overlays. Dual game, the man on the cams, fixing that at the moment. In any case, the last map went in the favor of Overheat, but not by much. The map going back and forth, going 2-1 in terms of rounds, finally. Obviously, going in the favor of Overheat. In any case, this is the map pick for Dopamine. It looks like they swapped out Big Hutch for Globe Surfer, which means Sublock is now in effect for them. They cannot swap out any more members. In any case, we will see the next round starting soon. We actually see a disconnect
TG live?
on
Like the middle of nowhere, all pings are garbage. He literally lives in a cabin in the woods.
I don't know.
I guess, okay, Rocket lives with him, and everyone else is just in a normal spot.
I don't know, like 70 ping ain't that bad.
What?
It must be West Coast.
What? TG lives in the middle of nowhere with Rocket.
That kind of ping.
What? Look at the pings! Where could he possibly live? We have Central
we see
and
one
Eastern.
TG
live both live in California.
Overheat side.
Why are we doing California?
Because it's their house.
Kinda funky though.
Kinda funky though.
I'm in San Jose.
Is California even real? Let's be
Epic.
honest.
They're doxing themselves on stream. Perhaps you want to go out to the,
sure
away from where they're
California
doxing
doesn't
themselves on stream. Thank you. Are we Steve Grimm?
That's my theory anyway.
AFK. Oh, you did hear a party join. Right now we've got Bomb, Grim, and Heavy, perhaps. And we see EOS. Looks like they're still swapping out members between the two of them. Sounds like they're still just maybe they have specialists for each map, and they decide to swap them out, in and out. Right now we are seeing EOS on Overheat. Sorry, we have a connection. Oh. Anyway, never mind. We hope the team ready ups have been sent. We are waiting on them to join and are set up. It's like all 4 members are in on both sides. So welcome to Fission, which is the first and original payload map, and just the original map in general. Right now, though, since the last map was really close, I honestly don't have any predictions for this one. Both teams, I think, did a really good job of both juggling the spawns, testing when they needed to, and also focus firing. Both teams obviously made mistakes from that. No one's perfect. Still, I think they did really well on those fronts for skills in general. But we are going to see quad heals on defender side, Dopamine in this case.
Defense
triple
squad
Nova
ready.
Pulsar, double dead, double insta, and quad heals. And the attackers in this case are going to run triple
ready.
heal, threat scan, triple Nova, and Pulsar. We're going to see EOS on Nova. A new player, I haven't really seen a whole lot of him before. I know Charizard has had some experience in the BO League. And we hear their war cry.
Take
We're
your defensive
hearing them
positions.
go. That must be an inside joke between the two of them, between their team. We're gonna see the Great Flamingo race. Looks like TGG doesn't know Rocket's there, and Rocket is literally going to rocket ahead and win this race. The Great Flamingo race going solidly in his favor. Great job. That is the first win of this match for Great Flamingo race. We are going to see them defend in this case. Right now they have to work on surviving rather than getting kills. A single pick on defender's side here would be really bad. If they lose one member, the attackers can just keep snowballing that spawn damage they get.
9, 8.
Apparently, I've been requested to refer to the payload as the Spice Harvester.
3,
the spice must flow, after all. In any case, it is the payload, whether it's the Spice Harvester or not. At the end of the day, it is a Flamingo, and we will see them jump on the bird. We are going to see all 4 members of Overheat jumping on the bird as they are first on attack. We're going to see just some poke come out through Pulsar Globe Surfer on the side. We're going to see a bunch of members, Heavy and Grim, both going low, being forced to pop a heal early on. Right now, defenders aren't really contesting this kill. Getting ready, and a deck goes out. EOS goes down first. We're going to see Grim go super low. Heavy goes down next. TGG taking a double. We're going to see Bomb trying to go in. He's making a pick here, and he will. Fortunately, unable to get away, but the rest of Overheat will get wiped. Rocket taking one for himself, and Pulsar whittling down Grim. Not the only Pulsar in this epic matchup between these two really solid teams. Grim finally tasting a getting a taste of his own medicine, I should say. We're going to see Overheat boost out. Try and get some kills. We're going to hear Overheats on both sides. Globe Server will go down. A great first pick for the attackers. Bomb goes down next, meaning no value was gotten out of that push. We're just seeing both teams just kind of swap positions here. They once again swap back in time. Rocket gets a double on EOS. Heavy gets another pick on Porch. And we are to see Rocket finally go down to Heavy's Nova. TGG feeding back in, but he's super low, and he'll go down to Grim's Pulsar. So burning almost a minute and 10 off the clock, and the payload hasn't even gotten halfway past this checkpoint. The defenders are able to hold it even just a little bit longer. They will get some serious time off. We're going to see Grim press forward on Globe Server, and they will trade for each other, which is in Grim's favor. That's a double kill for him. Or triple if you include himself. Right now we're going to see Dopamine try and contest the last second 3-on-3, dumping straight in. And they are going to jump on payload. Detonators all around. Dopamine's fairly low, but they are going to be able to keep grabbing. EOS goes down, TG goes down. Rocket and Bomb both go down 2-on-1 on the payload right now. And we are going to see Portugal try and we're seeing Globe Server feed back in, contesting once again. And he will finally go down. They are going to take a minute and a half off the clock. Over a minute and a half, I believe. Give me a second. Apologies, I had a bit of a copy fit, but I'm okay now. Defenders trying valiantly to defend this room, but with Overheat pressing a ton of W, getting straight into your 3-on-1, just he's super low. He's unable to get a pick. Right now, 2 surviving members of Dopamine left in here, trying to contest. Grim's super low, and so is Globe Server, and Globe Server drops in with a Comet, finally holding this room. We're going to see Coach Billy jump forward on the payload and trade for Bomb. 3 minutes now, and we actually are going to see Globe Server drop EOS with a long shot. back from the middle of the room. That payload will continue to move, though. That is a great pick on the defender's team. Grim pushing W straight into the room, try and get some picks, floating around like an absolute madman, just doing it out with Globe Surfer, while Rocket and it looks like TGG are just murdering the other teammates. Globe Surfer entirely drops Grim. Yes, back in here, and he will get points, finally getting a refrag, and he'll get a double on Globe Surfer. Unfortunately, it comes so often win against Novas. TGG drops heavy, and looks like Rocket realizes EOS is there, and they'll trade out for each other right now. 2.5 minutes or so, and they are still holding the payload. Right now, the defending teams do not have spawn advantage. They're having to try and stay alive. But we are seeing Dopamine spawn back in. 3 members now are still alive. We're going to see Globe Surfer hit back up. And we are going to see the attack. We're actually seeing Globe Surfer switch off to Meteor and get a big hit. Members of Overheat going low already with a great shot. Heavy goes down first, a great first pick. Getting wheeled down by those Meteors. And TGG goes down next. 3-on-3. A bunch of members of Overheat super low. Rocket goes down. Bomb taking a kill for himself. Fortunately gets one on Grim, and EOS refrags him out. So a great push on both sides. Overheat managed to get the picks they needed. We're going to see 3-on-2 right now. 2 members pushing that payload up.
Server is completely garbage.
Globe Surfer is going to get a kill on EOS, which is another great pick, but he is super low. One good pick. We are going to see Bomb press a whole ton of W on him and drop him. Right now, defenders are holding the payload. TGG grabs heavy. We see one more member, Grim, just sitting around in tunnels. Looks like he's going to float away. And Dopamine, TGG is not going to let him get away. Unfortunately, we're not let him get away and get a pick. TGG will get a pick on Bomb. We are going to see Portugal press a little bit of W, try and get EOS, I believe, away. And he's going to try and go back out, try and get a pick. And he's supposed to give it too much W. He will get the kill, but he'll go down in return. Perhaps not the smartest move. They are still burning a lot of time off the clock. But this EOS will come back much quicker than Portugal will. So Noah's come out, and Rocket will go down. TGG, the last one standing in this 3-on-1. He's going to try and get away with popping insta-heal, and it looks like he may barely get away. His teammate's trying to peel for him. Bomb trying to crab towards him, but again, Portugal come back in, but unfortunately Grim chases him down and murders him. Living up to his name as the Grim Reaper, taking a double, killing Globe Surfer, and that will be this point. Unfortunately, I don't think Rocket will be able to contest him for much longer. He will. Right now, 3 minutes and 2 seconds is a decent chunk of time to push this third point, but if the payload will get stopped, it will be stopped here. So 3 minutes and 2 seconds, we're already seeing Overheat press a ton of W, getting already up to this hill, leaving one member to push that payload. We are going to see a flank event for TGG. He's going to try and jump on Heavy. And it looks like he's actually going to jump back to try and get some kills. Unfortunately, he was seen, and the Globe Observer pushes EOS and drops him with a Pulsar. Grim trades him out, not really comfortably getting his team to get a taste of his own medicine, but Portugal hits a double from behind with a detonator. Dopamine just realizing they can just go behind and attack the payload while they're up in forward positions, and they will successfully defend the payload at this spawn door, more or less, the beginning of this room. We are going to see Dopamine kind of back off back to the hill. We saw a great play there with a great counterattack, just jumping on the attackers here. And we're going to see him try it again once more. Nova's pushing W in. TGG goes down. We are going to see Portugal and Rocket try and duel over here with Bomb, who is crabbing away. Looks like he may get away. Detonator off from Grim will lower Globe Surfer, and he will go down. Portugal will finally go down to EOS. EOS taking a double. We're going to see EOS push, and Bomb gets a kill on Rocket, who barely got away before and comes back in with a vengeance. TGG finally back in right now, dueling with Grim, and he'll drop him. A great first pick in his turn. Right now, defenders have spawn advantage in this case, but not by a whole lot. But it is there, and we're going to see TGG go in, press ton of W, and he'll get dropped. Pressing W by himself onto a 3-stack was perhaps not the smartest maneuver. And Globe Surfer will float away, pulling a bit of Grim on his own. It looks like Globe Surfer and Grim will battle it out. And Grim will drop him. Rocket gets a kill on Heavy, refragging a kill on Porchbilly. And once again, Grim, the last man standing, where we're seeing another defender feed back in. Rocket, we're actually seeing another feed from the attackers here in this case. TGG gets Grim, a great pick right now. 2-on-1, that's the last member in here. And Rocket drops Bomb, another stagger on Overheat's side, which really isn't helping here. They are kind of feeding in 1s and 2s. And Dopamine could take advantage of this, a minute and a half off the clock, and we are seeing them press a bit of W and take advantage of those staggers. EOS goes down to Porchbilly. And an interesting death, well, less like almost like a mine. Unfortunately, we're not doing a whole lot. And Bomb and Grim are both back. Porchbilly pressing a ton of W, getting a 3-on-1 right now. He's going to try and crab away. It looks like he may get away. Both teams are kind of disengaging. As I say, that's some deaths coming out, getting some some good damage up. Right now, the teams are again just skirmishing Grim. EOS pushing in, and he'll get a pick on Rocket. He gets a double on Porch Billy. Redirected by TDG, but Bomb drops him in return. So one surviving member of Dopamine left versus 3 surviving members of Overheat. Globe Surfer forced to continue to back up, but it looks like instead Bomb will jump on him, whittle him down, and Grim will finish him off with a pulsar. Breaking 50 seconds now. Dopamine still have a ton of time to try and stop this. Whereas he'll pop a heal, some detonators come out. Heavy goes down first. Rocket goes down next. Grim goes down next. We're gonna see 2-on-1, a 1-on-1, 2-on-1 actually. He goes down, eating a detonator from EOS. Globe Surfer again, the last man standing, just gonna try and whittle away the payload super low. And Bomb will do a little bit of a jig, and he's gonna get away just barely. 30 seconds now. They still have tons of time to try and defend and pull us back up. All 4 members of Dopamine are finally back. We are seeing Overheat feedback in Rocket. Rocket, yes, goes down. Porch goes down. Globe Surfer goes down. TGG, the last man standing here, is trying to cover around. Delays some more time. He'll get pick and trade out, but that will be the round. Defenders, unfortunately, unable to come back in time. Completing the round with 6 seconds. If Dopamine wants a chance of completing this map, or just taking this map for themselves, they have to complete the whole way through. Though, with such a low amount of time, I believe both teams will get an extra 30 seconds to go to a round 3. So Dopamine or Overheat would have 36 seconds to go as far as they can in round 3. Of course, that all relies if Dopamine can complete the map in the first place. Right now, all they have to do is just complete it to begin with, and they can make it work from there. Work the problem.
Take your defensive position.
We are going to see Overheat take their turn at the Great Flamingo race. Instead, they are not going to race right off the bat, which is definitely not in the spirit of the Great Flamingo race. Right now, Overheat is running quad det, not running any insta-heals, which is an interesting comp. You see most teams running at least 1 or 2. But instead, they've decided not to run any and are running Comet, Double Nova, and Pulsar. We're still seeing quad heals coming out from Dopamine, trying to play a really aggressive loadout with the Pulsar and Novas. Apparently the orange are the Harkonnens, and blue are the Atreides.
10, 9,
according to Ashpool, who is apparently the lore master of Dune. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching the Great Flamingo race because I was busy looking at Dune comics. Or sorry, Ashpool's Dune comics.
3, 2.
Apparently, my cameraman has told me Heavy won the Great Flamingo race. Rocket won the first one, and Heavy won the second one. So we'll see if there's any more for this following map. Anyway, we're gonna see Dopamine go straight out, try and get some picks here. Super low, pumping this field. Let's go down. They do get a pick on bombs. So is a pick they need? Well, they did lose 2 minutes in the process. They still can get some distance. Grim taking a double on Porch Billy and Rocket. Wilkes for the last one setting up point. Will try and throw that, but he'll go down to Grim. Grim taking a double. He's a little bit close, so we are seeing Dopamine start stacking back up for a boost. And we are seeing them press. They're just boosting all the way to the back, trying to take them some space, and maybe try and get a pick for themselves. Apparently, Rocket is having some technical issues. While TDG trades out for Bomb. That means Rocket still has a chance to get a kill, and he will get another. That's 2 picks for the attacking team. Rocket's super low, and EOS will drop him with a Comet. Apparently, he's not a one-trick Nova Pony. Right now, Heavy drops Globe Surfer, Porch drops EOS 1-on-1. Porch is super low. Heavy is kind of pushing with Comet, which could not go in his favor, and he'll get punished for it. Porch taking a double for himself at 0 HP. This man's sneeze-worthy. Look at him funny, and he'll fall over. His teammates do survive and come back and save him. Right now, Grim just jumps on payload, gets Rocket. TGG drops Bomb, and we are going to see Grim dueling in the back against Globe Surfer, just trying to pulsar each other to death. And Grim will finally get a taste of his own medicine and be dropped. And we are going to see Dopamine complete the first checkpoint around 20 to 30 seconds faster than Overheat did. I think Overheat had around 3 minutes and 10 seconds or so when they completed the first checkpoint, and Dopamine has around 3:48. In case the first pick goes to EOS on Globe Surfer. 3-on-4 right, or 3-on-3 right now. It looks like Heavy died really early on, and we actually see Heavy spawning back in finally.
Delivery accelerated.
So we're gonna see some dueling up here up top. We're just seeing Bomb by himself, and he'll go down and just getting 3-on-1. Not necessarily a great idea. Right now his team does not have man advantage. Bomb Heavy super low, and then we see the murder stack of Dopamine just focusing hard on Heavy, and it looks like they are gonna turn around once he gets away. And they're gonna turn around and just gank Grim. He'll go down really quickly. Globe Surfer finishes off
Delivery
EOS. Right now, we see
accelerated.
Heavy in the back by himself trying to contest.
Payload
We're gonna see
returning.
Porch Billy or
Payload
try and get him.
mobilized.
Rocket goes down to Bomb. Bomb goes down to Globe
Payload
Surfer. Porch drops
mobilized.
Heavy. And it looks like we may see this checkpoint going solidly in the favor of Dopamine. And we will. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. A full 2 minutes faster than Overheat managed to complete this checkpoint in. So they have way more time to burn than Overheat does. So we still have tons of time to try and meet and even beat Overheat's time. 2 members of Dopamine getting ready to come in the back, and it looks like they are going to do it. Oh, but a clutch shot from Heavy is going to weaken them both. Porch Billy goes down early on in this fight. 4 on 2 up here, and it looks like they're trying to scram. EOS super low. EOS kills himself with his own detonator, but he does get a pick on Porch and Rocket. The last man standing will stagger himself out really badly. We are going to see Globe Circle on payload. Try and get off. Throw some deaths that aren't going to get any damage. Just trying to fiddle, and we're going to see Overheat just dunk on him together. Oh, but Grim goes down. A great pick on his team. And Porch goes down next. Right now we are seeing Dopamine stagger out. Spawn advantage is in the favor of the defenders here, at least by a little bit. Maybe have defensive positioning in the end anyway. We are seeing them just press a whole ton of W. Bomb gets a double. His first on Porch, following it up with TTG, and we are going to see Rocket try and get away. We are going to see him do a bomb, and Bomb goes down. Getting a little bit full of his britches, I guess, and he got dropped by Rocket. EOS in the back getting a kill on Globe. EOS super low. Nobody doesn't know he's there, but he goes down. Grim he trades for Rocket. Grim drops Porch, and we are seeing more just stagger fights constantly by Dopamine. Burning so much of their time advantage. They've used almost all of their advantage so far they had on Overheat. Great picks on both sides. Right now it's 2 on 4. If Dopamine can take advantage of their man advantage, they might be able to get on Heavy and get some great picks. And we are going to see Rocket go down first. Heavy follows. TGG goes down next. Bomb is super low. It's really easy to refrag this kill, and they will. Globe Surfer drops him. EOS refrags on Porch. 2 on 1, not in favor of Globe Surfer here. Gonna try and get away. It looks like he will barely get away, but his Dopamine or Overheat will try and press some W on him, and he will go down. Unfortunately, again, we're just seeing Dopamine stagger fight after fight. And unfortunately, it's not helping them. And right now, they've pretty much burned all of their time advantage that they had on Overheat in the beginning of this. We see Porch Billy just press a ton of W by himself, just jump straight onto a 3v4 or a 1 on 3. I apologize, and giving his team a 3v4, not in his favor. Heavy gets Rocket right now. Again, the last man standing on payload is Globe Surfer. GG goes down. Globe Surfer. Actually, and he'll get a pick on EOS. Super low. He made sure he might want to retreat here. Instead, he is actually still surviving somehow. Bomb not going to let that happen. He's going to push forward and finish him off with the Nova. 2 minutes and 45 seconds here. They've moved a decent chunk of this payload away, about almost halfway or so. Let's say Crest's Hill, that's about halfway. We're going to see them move it up. It's been a really long and bloody fight, almost burning 2.5 minutes up to this point. And Bomb's getting ready to throw a detonator. Dopamine getting ready to push out. Porch Billy goes down first. TGG goes down next. Bomb taking a double kill. Globe Surfer drops Grim, so a good pick, but unfortunately it may not be enough. Bomb taking a triple on Rocket. Globe Surfer again, the last man standing 2 minutes now. He may go down. EOS finishing up Globe Surfer, not giving Bomb the quad. We see a 100 cheer for Dopamine. Thanks, Vibinator. Thanks for the bits, bro. Again, right now, Dopamine is 2 minutes left, which is still a lot of time. They just have to complete this round if they want to have a chance of winning. And Globe Surfer goes down first, pressing so much W into the miss of Overheat and gets punished for it.
Payload returning.
We are seeing some detonators come out. Oh, EOS coming from behind. Porch doesn't know he's there, floating a little bit too much, can't really dodge it all. And he goes down, Grim taking a double on Rocket. Oh, and did TG get 2 with 1 blast right there? I think he got 2 with 1 shot on Grim and Bomb. He gets refragged by Heavy fairly quick, 1.5 minutes left. Defenders, I do believe, will come back a little bit quicker in this case. So, Dopamine they have some time to burn. Over a minute, just a little over a minute, so they can make something work if they're quick. But unfortunately, we're seeing them stagger once again, just constantly going in by themselves. Porch pressing a lot of W by himself, and will get dropped early on in this fight. TGG far in the back. It looks like he's gonna try and get some picks, or that may not be TGG. That is TGG. Globe Surfer goes down. Grim taking a triple on Rocket, Porch Billy, and Globe Surfer. TGG finally going on EOS late in the fight. Again, we're seeing Porch feed in by himself. breaking 1 minute now. Oh, Dopamine are running out of time. They came in this checkpoint with over 5 minutes, and they are burning all of that up on bloody pushes that aren't getting them anywhere. They're just feeding in one at a time. They get a pick, but it's quickly refragged by Bomb, taking the double. And Overheat, you can see Heavy might go down here, but instead, Bomb will take a triple on Rocket, pressing forward and peeling for poor Heavy, who's getting kind of blitzed. And EOS will finish off Porch, breaking 30 seconds now. Dopamine again is feeding in one at a time, and they're getting pick after pick after pick. Globe Surfer is super low with a great shot by Heavy. And we see Grim get a great pick on TGG at the very beginning, which is no good. And Bomb will shut down Rocket. This may be the end for Dopamine right here. Oh, Globe Surfer does get a shot off on Heavy. So they may have a little inkling of a chance right here. Globe Surfer super low, and Grim will finish him off. As I say that, ES gets the pick off on Porch. 10 seconds remaining. TGG, the last man standing, having to go into a 3v4. Goes down really quick. We're seeing Rocket feed back in next. And that will be our round map and match, going 2-0 in the favor of Overheat. Although it was close battles on both sides. With going 5 minutes to the third checkpoint for Dopamine, and Overheat only ending with 30 seconds. So both teams had their give and take. Overheat won, Senbug.
That was great.
It was
Good
close,
game,
but
guys.
Overheat did win.
Great game. It was
Not a sugar booger moment, apparently, according to someone on Dopamine. In any case, that is our map, our match of Dopamine versus Overheat. I am unaware if we have any more for today. Right now we will probably be forced back into a lobby unless we throw an outro. We will, if Dole just wants to close the cameras here for a second while I check to see, if we have any more games scheduled for tonight. That would be great. Okay, I've been told that you guys can still hear me, so give me about a moment to see if we have any more games for today. We do not have any more games scheduled for today. Not all the games have been scheduled this week in general. These are some really early on. These games are scheduled really early on. Most of the time we see them later on in the week, like Thursday and on, Friday or Wednesday and on for the most part. In any case, GG's to both teams. This has been your Alloy Dancer Robo Critter, and with Dual Game on cams, I'd ask him to say hello, but he doesn't talk. In any case, that is us for tonight. Thank you for watching Echo Combat Flamingo League. I hope to see you later on in this week and in just later matches, both in-game and on stream. I guess we'll throw it to our outro now. Thanks for watching.